Hello everyone, my name is Monica. Welcome back to Monica's English Motivation. Today I have been trying to shoot something for my YouTube channel. I have been trying to speak to you, but somehow it was not just coming now nice, and I felt like I need one more trial. And I ended up taking so many trials. But let it be. I am not going to be that formal now. I thought I should just talk to you randomly. I should just open my heart and then speak to you. Let's try once more time and let's see how do I do it. By the way, my message was just simple. I just wanted to convey this thing to all my learners who want to speak English, who want to learn English, that keep doing it. Sometimes you feel like you're making so many mistakes. Sometimes you feel like I'm not able to do it. Sometimes you feel like I'm not making any progress. You have all these emotions when you are practicing, but don't worry about them. And sometimes it also happens that you want to do something about it, but then you are not somehow able to take any concrete effort. It has happened with me. So in the past, I was very fearful of this language and I was very fearful of speaking. So this speaking part, I began with very late in my life. I am into my 30s, initial 30s now, and until my 30, I did not speak. And I worked on my pronunciations, I worked on my enunciations, I worked on my understanding of grammar, I worked on my phrases, vocabulary, grammar, everything. Despite I did not speak, and the reason was I was just procrastinating my practice. I was thinking that I will do someday, I will start someday. But I think the main reason was I was very fearful of it, and until I resolve the problem of fear, I did not speak. That that was the reason behind my procrastination. So I wanted to speak, I wanted to build a career in this profession. In fact, I wanted to be an English trainer, or I wanted to work as a public speaker. But the problem was I was not ready to face my fear. I was not ready to take that step when you feel embarrassed because of your inability to speak. And I was really fearful of this judgment, that what would people think of me. Maybe there were many reasons behind it, behind thinking this kind of thought process. I came from a Hindi medium background, and I was shameful of the fact that I did not study in English medium, and I was not good in English. And the second reason was that that after, like, I was very fearful of it, like, just as just I mentioned, that I was very, very fearful of it. So I was not ready to take that challenge, that I was just not ready to get started with it. And yeah, and it was the scenario with me for a very long time. And when I worked on my fears, I worked on my subconscious layers, where these fears just had accommodated, nothing changed. And once I did it, everything changed. And it was again very gradual progress. It was very gradual kind of shift that I had experienced. In fact, I was doing something very passionately and didn't work out well, and it triggered me. It instigated me to this journey, to this path. I my hands were empty, and but still I was feeling, I was very ambitious, but I felt like I had nothing to do, but because I failed in that venture. And then I thought I should resume my journey of English learning, and I started 2 months ago. And I think I am able to experience a great, tremendous shift in these 2 months. Before 2 months, I still needed that courage to speak, but I think because of my active practice with my co-learners, my confidence has become really well. I am now, I don't hesitate to speak. Now I don't hesitate when I feel confused at some point, when I feel like I'm short of words at some point. I take time, I step back, then I very smoothly, I make a transition, and I get into the flow again. My practice has enabled me to reach that state. So yeah, I just thought of sharing this thing with you, that if you feel demotivated, and if you feel like I'm not doing well, you keep having these kind of emotions, I just want to say, just gear up. Don't feel like you can't do it. This kind of mindset is not going to help you. You will do it, because I had faced these problems in the past. I felt like that I wouldn't be able to do it. This is not for me. I felt like communication skills was something that was not for me. I always felt like that, but that was a lie. I was relying on that lie, and here I am. It's very evident that I am able to speak today. But there were times when I faced rejections because of my inability to speak. I remember I was in school, and I was in this bus traveling to somewhere, and some English convent, some convent students, they were having a dialogue amongst themselves. They were talking to one another, and it just made me feel so nervous. They were not talking to me. They were not having any interaction to me. They were just having a conversations on their own, and it made me feel very nervous, and I was not able to take it, and I just changed my seat. I got up from where I was sitting, and I changed my seat and sat somewhere else. I was not a role in their conversations, but I felt very overwhelming to listen to their English. I had experienced these kind of moments, not just once or twice, but many a times. I had felt embarrassed. I have spoken shit in front of my relatives, and then I felt like I have spoken something very something very wrong, and I had gone through it all. But I think your effort, your every effort, when you read something, when you listen to something, when you speak to something, everything, it's worth it. Everything pays you off, but you have to be patient. You have to hold your horses. You have to keep practicing. Don't attach yourself too much with the outcome. Just enjoy the process. Just learn it, and try to be in an environment where you feel acknowledged, you feel you feel appreciated. I think this environment worked for me until I became a participant in a WhatsApp group where I could reach and connect to many co-learners, and I was not worried and anxious about what they're gonna think of me. I could not learn. So once I was comfortable with these people, having conversations with them, I just could do it easily. And right from the beginning, the kind of response I got was just amazing. It astonished me. I never expected that I would be able to surprise people, or they would be able to appreciate me. I never expected this. So I think I knew everything, but the thing was, I was not able to speak. But once I started speaking, once I started practicing, and I practiced constantly these 2 months, and here is the result. So I just want to say, keep doing it. Keep doing every bit of it. You are going on the right track. Just hold your horses, be patient, and learn. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.